founded to serve actually the needs of multinationals on a global basis. So we actually serve 1,700 accounts on the globe with 26 partners, 26 operators and 55 partners around the globe. It's all about accelerating the mobile assets that we have on one hand, growing into adjacent markets, and also leveraging, let's say, the opportunity that IoT has. And that's where we jointly cooperate with multinational to jointly explore new business models into the markets whilst using the technology that we deliver today.
In terms of IoT, I would say the same. Vodafone invested quite heavily a couple of years ago already. We saw the trend coming. We saw that third revolution happening. We call it the third industrial revolution. So we decided to invest in a dedicated platform, dedicated team, and of course leveraging our global footprint. So today we are recognized as the leader from analysts such as Analyst Mason, Makina Research, or even Gartner in the Magic Quadrant. And we are very proud of that success in the Internet of Things.
I think one of the greatest examples actually out of the emerging markets is money transfer, where we made money transfer possible on mobile. So where you actually basically skip the bank, where we as a Vodafone, as a telco, basically play the bank. Because the distance between normal people that reside in Africa towards the bank is in general 250 kilometers, where mobile technology disrupts, I would say, the banking industry as such. So we do billions of transactions of that already today. And actually the funny thing is it's already expanding into salary payments. So Group for Security, as an example, does already do 8,000 salary payments over mobile without intervening any bank as such. And I think that's one of the greatest examples that we have today. And I think on the IoT side, we have many more where IoT and the technology that we use completely disrupts many of the markets. I think connected car is one of the greatest examples where Cyril, you probably have some great examples for that.
Well, stories we have a lot in terms of IoT, and that's the beauty of it. So the connected car, of course, is one. You can see in our booth today the Porsche connected car services and the Porsche connected car mobile application. So you can remotely control your car, which is quite amazing. Another great story would be around the smart cities. Today the cities have a big challenge, which is cost. It's the biggest challenge. The second challenge is how to improve the attractiveness of their city, how to make the citizen happier. But the first one is about cost, and the lighting is one of the biggest costs for a city. So we have partnered together with Philips Lighting, a global leader in lighting systems, in order to provide a platform that enables to remotely control every single streetlight pole of a city in order to detect some fault, to switch it off or on when you need it or when someone is going through the road. So you reduce the costs by this platform, but you also enhance security for the citizens. So I think Philips Lighting City Touch platform is a great story.
I think we have many of those examples. So by connecting things and measuring things, you get a whole bunch of data. Now, data leads to insights, and insight needs to lead to action. Apologies. I think one of the examples on connected cars that you can also think about building a pay-as-you-go insurance model. And so many of the people around the globe currently basically buy a service today where they pay an X amount, whilst having that thing connected, regardless whether it's a car or anything else.
Yeah, so as always, IoT, you start simple and then you develop. So they start first to connect the poles in order to reduce costs, as I've said. But then they also bring the light at the right time and everywhere in the city. So you bring better security for the citizens that are working in the night and with less danger if it's illuminated. But then in the future, you could also imagine bringing some cameras also in the street poles. You can also bring some antennas for improving the coverage of Vodafone, for example, as well. You can also bring some Wi-Fi technologies. And more interestingly, you can also bring some sensors for the city to manage the CO2, temperature, or anything around pollution, adding some sensors. Once you have the connectivity in an asset, then you can bring more and more services, more and more applications.
I think what I would like to add to it is because I'm Dutch, I'm kind of proud at Philips Lighting as a concept. So just imagine you connect up millions of light bulbs across the globe from Singapore to Sao Paulo. And as Cyril just pointed out, it all starts with connectivity on one hand. But I think it's more about building an ecosystem in a smart city with multiple vendors. So just imagine that a light bulb could measure the sound of a shotgun and signal a police department. And being part of such a project on a global scale, it makes me kind of proud as well. It says how basically our technology saves the lives of people eventually. Yeah, that's the intention. And to join you do that not only with Philips but with many other vendors like Ericsson as an example is a great thing looking going forward actually.